Good day and welcome, elders and others, to a week of celebrating eldership. I am Bob Gilby, and each day this week we'll be presenting short interviews with elders who have offered to share how they celebrate their own eldership. Today I'm interviewing Ron Roesler of the Northwest community and Jack Childs of the New England community. Welcome, Ron, and welcome, Jack.
Good to be here.
Thank you.
Okay, I want to start with Jack. Jack, what's the most satisfying love you have given, and what made it special?
I am a gay man and born in 1930. So when I was 16, I realized that the average age of life was 65. And so I changed all my plans. And it was in order to die to myself so I could live, which comes from Jesus. So my love is for God. But there's all the other ways in which I can connect with God, and that's with human animals. But in my life, so deep was my love for non-human animals, and still is. And that's because it's all about creation and the evolution. So that satisfies me.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you so much. Okay, Ron. I have to share that the moment that I acknowledged that I was an elder is a pretty special moment, and I'm always curious about other men's moment of eldership. And so describe for us how it occurred to you that you had become an elder.
Well, I really didn't know it at the time, but my initiation was in 1995, and I was 55 years old when I went through the training. And the Northwest area was a brand new area. And after I went through the training, the elder, or not the elder chair, but the chair of the Northwest asked me, would you take the responsibility of being our elder chair? Well, I hadn't thought about anything like that at all, but it was like, wow, I've only been involved in MKP for 2 months and I've already been promoted. So I said, so I said, yeah, sure, I'll be the elder chair. And it was at that point that it was almost like, well, it's not something I actually thought about or chose, but it fit. And so I stepped into my role within MKP as an elder back then in 1995. And it was about 2 months later, 3 months later, they asked me to be the ritual elder in the Northwest. So it was within the first 6 months, I became not only an elder, but a ritual elder. And of course, at that time, there was no protocol for ritual elders. That was still to be thought about. And so by visiting the annual meeting of MKP as the newly anointed ritual elder in the Northwest, I volunteered with 2 other guys to write the first ritual elder protocol. And that was presented in 1997. And so I've been that and enjoyed the journey so much, being able to connect with younger men and offer whatever I could to support them and continue to do that.
Ron, I look forward to hearing you when we're face to face and can reflect off of each other.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
You bet.
Okay, well, I'm going to try Ron one more time here. Okay, Ron, what is a significant blessing that you have received? You know, we talk about giving blessing as elders, but I want to switch that around and say, what is a significant blessing that you have received, and from whom did you receive it?
You know, it actually could be the same story I just shared with you, because that really was a significant blessing in my life. I think second to that was being surrounded by so many wonderful men as I took on the role of chair for MKP elders back in 2018, 2019. It was such a blessing to be surrounded by such amazing men. I continue to marvel at what, as a group, they did, what we did. And so that has been a significant blessing that just continues to, give me so many wonderful memories of the men that I had the opportunity to work with.
Thank you. Thank you, Ron.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm going to switch back over to Jack here. Okay, Jack, what are your beliefs about what happens after death?
First of all, I have no idea. And for some strange reason, since the beginning of creation, nobody does. But I know that I need a foundation. And as a child, I was raised as a Catholic. And so that's what was involved also when I questioned myself at 16, that I would, as a matter of fact, I would become a monk, which I did when I was graduated from high school, and for 40 years. So I hold on to my belief because faith is not about science. And so my love is for Jesus, and I'm prepared to go into mystery when I die with a belief that there would be that I was within the divine. So that's what keeps me going. I mean.
Thank you. Thank you, Jack. Wow. Cool. All right, another one for you, Jack. What does it mean for you to be an elder, and where are you in that process?
I did my new warrior training in 2003. And as I went along and I did a lot of staffings and so forth, the notion of elders came. And in New England at that time, we didn't have many active. And so, yeah, I was not attracted to the idea of being an elder. I think probably because I didn't really know. And so I came to know and became an elder. And it means that at the end of my life, I have something to give, because that's one of the primary things that elders do. It means to share what I have been given, and yeah, in a way, it's overwhelming to be part of elderhood. I can't think of something else to say.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Jack. Your eldership is welcome here. Okay, finally, Ron. This touches on something that Jack alluded to right there at the end of his reflection. Ron, what is your legacy, and for whom will you leave it?
Interesting. I think back about my life, and I realized that as I thought about it, when I was born, I knew nothing. And then by the time I got to be 18 or 19, right in there, I knew everything. And then as I got to be 40 or 50, I started to realize I didn't know a whole lot. And now I realize there's very little that I really know in the total scheme of things. So my legacy would be to recognize the many gifts so many other people have and share, and to honor those gifts, to honor those people, whether they're male or female, but to recognize that each of us brings such wonderful gifts, and each of us has a unique story, uh, and every person is so rich in experience, and to be able to see others succeed, to support others in reaching even higher than they have today. My legacy is giving that level of connection and opportunity to other people, to support them in being as successful as they possibly can. So that's where I stand today. So I look at that and say, my contribution is what I have tried to help others do is the most important thing to me to leave in the world, I think, obviously there's things like my family and my wife and those kinds of things, but on a broader scale, it would be making contributions to others.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Ron, and thank you, Jack. I hope the folks that are watching get as much gifting from this as I just have. And thank you all for being with us here today. I hope that after hearing these two men reflect on their eldership, you'll spend some time within, reflecting on the gifts that your eldership empowers you to give away. Now, feel free to take a look at some of the other media that we've got lined up for celebrating eldership. Take a look at the poetry, the art, cultural diversity, and the other presentations of eldership that will be available during this week of celebration. And thank you all for being with us.